Hi, my name is Bianca, and I was wondering if you've ever been to get an MRI done or an EKG, which is also known as an electrocardiogram, a picture of your heart. Today I'm going to be showing you a little bit of what the doctors see behind the scenes when you go and get that done. First, it's best to know about your baseline. Most baselines are in normal sinus rhythm. Normal sinus rhythm runs from 60 to 100 beats per minute. Each of these waves right here on this baseline means something. They represent something that happens in the heart. So the P right here, that first waveform you saw, that represents the depolarization of the atriums up here. So whenever the blood comes in, it's going to squeeze that blood down into the ventricles. After that happens, it's going to go through this QRS, which is the rapid squeezing of the blood down into the ventricles and then the relaxation of it coming out. This T right here is the total relaxation of the blood exiting out of the heart and being pumped back into the body. And going back to this normal sinus rhythm, depolarization, rapid, non-rapid, relaxed. So that's squeezing, squeezing, relaxed, fully relaxed. Two main rhythms that are most important to know. The first one is ventricular fibrillation, also known as VFib, and this is where the heart is actually beating 300 beats per minute or more, that doesn't happen a lot, but this is what's known as a lethal rhythm. Basically, the heart is quivering and it is not able to properly push out blood to the body. So that would make it a lethal rhythm because that can cause death very quickly. Also notice that you can't really find those prominent waveforms that we showed you earlier, the P, Q, R, S, and T. It's just kind of quivery and wiggly. The next rhythm that's lethal to know, or vital to know, but is lethal, is called ventricular tachycardia, also known as VTAC. When I do this at my job, we call this tombstones. That's something we look for. Notice you also cannot find a prominent P, Q, R, S, or T. The rate for ventricular tachycardia is 150 and above. Usually it's like 170 that I've seen. I do this for work every single day. In average, it's about 170 at least. This is another strip of normal sinus rhythm. This is something that I see every day. This is what normal people's baselines are in. Unfortunately, other baselines could be ventricular pace, atrial pace, which obviously that means someone has a pacemaker, atrial fibrillation, which happens in the top of the heart. That is similar to ventricular fibrillation, which I showed you earlier, except it is not a lethal rhythm. And that can be controlled or uncontrolled. If it's controlled, it's under 100, and if it's non-controlled or uncontrolled, it's above 100. So that's important to really know the rates of each rhythm, and that rate of the rhythms can really tell you what type of baseline they're in. Sinus tachycardia is anything over 100. Like I said, sinus rhythm is anything from 60 to 100. Sinus brady would be 60 and below a minute. So this is normal sinus rhythm. The rate should be between 60 to 100. In school, you're given this tool right here called calipers that you're used to measure because we are to measure the length of each of these, the P, Q, R, S, and T. But today I'm just going to show you how to count that rhythm. It's really easy, and you'll just go through and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this rhythm's rate is 70 beats per minute. Again, I do this at work every day. This is my job. I'm an EKG tech or a CCT. I've been doing this for 2 years and I absolutely love it. I've seen some really cool rhythms, stuff that I didn't learn in school, and I'm thankful I get to broaden my horizons every day in this. Doing this job also has made me want to continue my work in cardiac care when I graduate from the radiology program. So, thank you.